God bless you guys. This is Sean here from Faith Brings Change. I just want to come on here and I want to share this dream. You know, honestly, I get kind of nervous sometimes with certain things because it's kind of weird. In my early days, I was more humorous. I just need to learn to more lighten up and everything, I guess, a little bit. But I'm going to share this with you and talk about some other things. But I was basically in a dream. Before that, I was crying out to the Lord, and I was telling him about how, how much damage is on the earth and how much Satan has done, and he's taken so much from God. He's taken so many souls, and all God wanted is a beautiful bride to walk with. And he's taken from him everything. And I'll just be glad when he's in the lake of fire, and I'll be so happy. And I was talking to God, and just, I was kind of feeling down, and then he gave me this dream of when I was sleeping of these two great beasts, and the first one was like a skull of a gray, like a grayed out skull, and we were in some kind of desert. I just found I can't let this thing live. He was barely alive anyways, and I was like, I can't let this live, because if I live, he'll cause me harm. And so I started smashing this skull, like this beast devil skull, grayed out. And then I smashed the next one. And when I started to walk away, that thing started to come alive. And I started getting freaking out, because this thing was a massive skull, like a big head, like huge, like bigger, like maybe about this size. And he stood up on his feet, and I started getting scared. But then he sounded like a demon in all his aspects. He reminded me, he looked like Malebolgia from Spawn, but almost like Pan's Labyrinth, that grayed out face. And there was a blue cast, a gray blue cast, like in that Pitch Black movie, over the entire thing, like a blue kind of a screen to make the movie look like a blue washed, and like dark out blue. And this beast cried out, and he had like a high-pitched pig noise. But you picture the most terrifying thing, but he says this is what made me laugh. God gave me this dream, obviously. He's like, "You little thief, look at what you did. Made off into the wilderness with my flocks, and you stole away from me my souls. Took my cookie crumbles from me, took my guns and my gardens and my gold and my silver and my pools of water and my planted trees in them. And my great possession." He was saying all this stuff, and I just started laughing when I woke up, because he was so enraged. And I took it seriously for a second. But remember how I told you angels take the body of demons, guys, in dreams? How they take the bodies of them? They took the form of this thing, and it sounded like a horrible beast. And I realized when I woke up, wait, blue Cookie Monster. And he reminded me of a Cookie Monster, because that blue screen and that blue cast over him made him look like a dark bluish. Said I took his cookie crumbles from... Now, some of you are new. You may have heard, I mentioned that Yeshua told me back in January, I was Elijah. He cast me in the belly of the well of Jonah back in May of last year. And then he did it again May of this year, and told me a lot of stuff. Told me how Revelation 9 was the 3 days of darkness, which I never believed in. I used to laugh at. I never believed in until he showed me. He started prophesying to me, and through my pen when I was writing, and I said, "You're going to have to give me proof of this." And a week went by, and it was roughly around May. And then that was when I was cast in the belly of the well of Jonah. Come to find out, around the time of May was when Jonah was sent to Nineveh to warn it. And how he told me how that dream where I saw the bride of Christ sleeping, I made a video. I never imagined to get so many hits. That was on the 3rd of March, by the way. And March 3rd, that was when the coronavirus got over here. And we never imagined, and that same day, before I even knew it would come over here, it would be a big global problem. He showed me a dream of my mother representing the bride sleeping, the bride of Christ. And how I found out how the corona means, what do you call it? It was released in a place in Wuhan, China, meaning mouth of hatred and spirits of hatred. And so Satan, that was kind of prophesying of the sin virus. And it was released over here, and I don't have time to go into details about all that. I mean, I could, but that dream was just hilarious to me because I was not feeling up in my whole prophet kind of mentality or mantle. You know, I was just, sometimes I get nightmares, guys, because of my past. Angels of God and stuff have been appearing to me, but it's like my mind will say something or imagine something bad, and I can ruin it. And so I was like, enough of this. And I was crying out to God that day, about for all of us, all you wanted is a bride, and he's taken that away from you. And I see this in contrast, this demon, like the cookie monster saying I took his cookie crumbles from him. I don't know. It was funny. It was just like a breath of fresh air. It's like, this is what I mean, how angels, they can take the form of demons to give you dreams. So you got to really have faith to see. I mean, everything, all aspects of that demon would tell me that's a demonic attack. I mean, how bad it sounded. But when the cookie crumbles came out, I was like, wait, whoa. I stopped then. But, and I saw Yeshua the night before that. He went through a wall and he smiled. And I just saw a cat on edge. And I guess he was showing me, like, sometimes I get on edge when I feel like I'm attacked. And he was just laughing. I saw that through a TV screen. And he's just showing me ways he comes to us. And sometimes we think it's the enemy or whatever in dreams or whatever. Or he comes to us maybe in life. And people think it's the enemy. They say they don't want to receive the messages the Lord has to say. And I asked him about, am I going to die, Yeshua? Am I going to lose my life for this, in this thing, get killed? And then he said something that was interesting. He pulled me aside so I could ask him, and then from the other angels, and I asked him. And he said something interesting. He said, only the Father knows who will sin against him. And so, could that be related to there would be a betrayal and people would be put to death? Could that be related to the people that are going to be put to death? If I was, it would only be for going to some sin or something. But there's going to be people that are, so I don't know. But that also made me think about that whole, it was funny, that whole cookie crumble thing. But that beast was a second beast. And he said that I took everything away from him. So it made me think there are going to be some people that are living. It says there's a rapture of the dead and the living. And I know there's a putting to death of the 2 witnesses, but there's only some of those numbers. And so it's questionable which ones of us it is. And so we're all going to go through the first 3.5 years of tribulation, he told me. But the great tribulation, he says, I'll cast that woman Jezebel into great tribulation. He says, I'll keep them from the hour of trial. So even if those people were on earth at that time, which there's a high chance they won't, because some of their numbers, Kim Peters saw some people. He saw a rapture, and then he saw this guy appear in 1980s. He never read a Bible or been a Christian, but it makes me think the whole first 3.5 years of the tribulation happened before that already. But we're not going to know until that time. But I just thought I would share that dream with you. It was pretty funny. I was just also thinking, this guy, TB Joshua, just passed away, and a lot of people were saying this is a man of God. And, I tried to get, guys, let me tell you, I tried to get into that guy's ministry. And when I first joined his ministry, I just felt an evil, like, in the pit of my stomach that told me, don't touch this guy. But I said, maybe it's just myself because he was putting his hand on the screen. But I was like, what if something's in his hand? Because I know some people really are of God, and they really do that. But there's something about this man. I've seen hands go on the screen before, and it's not scared me. But something about this man just told me to stay away, but I persisted. But then I started to have dreams of getting attacked by crocodiles and dogs, wild dogs, like Doberman and stuff, biting me, and Rottweilers and crazy stuff. But when I found out on this guy, Peniel Gandhi's channel, or however you say his name, of Hell Testimonies, that this guy said that he ran into him with the occult, and he had worked with him or something, and the guy would sleep naked on mountains, and he would get occult power. And God was saying to stay away from TB Joshua, to pray for him that he repents, but don't try to mess with him because he has high-level occult power. And Yeshua told me, I told you not to mess with him. I heard the Holy Spirit say that, and I stopped. And I stopped having crocodile dreams and wild dog dreams. I deleted his ministry, his YouTube or whatever channel. And God gave me a dream, basically the gist of it, about cutting off my enemies from before my face. He gave me this dream this one day, and about this guy joking around like the Joker coming out of a trailer and everything, and like people joking, the Killing Joke, you know, people joking with their salvation, and there being a lot of fakes, and he said he was going to cut all that stuff off, and the fakes, Christianity off, he's going to cut them off, and then the same day, TB Joshua died, that I looked, and I thought that was shocking, and another person saw him in hell burning on it like a throne, burning and stuff, and he was literally doing witchcraft. They said he would take demons, those other testimonies, he would pull demons out of people and he'd put them on other people. And normal people don't just go around questioning demons for about 20 minutes, and then the people on there would go, yes, man of God, yes, man of God, yes, man of God, almost like your honor. It's like they were told before they went to his ministry, call him man of God over and over. You know, they were told that before they could go on. They had certain rules. They were told that. And it was just suspicious. There was something dark about it. There was something evil about it. I mean, I've seen people cast demons out of people before, but it's like something's dark on his ministry itself. But I got out of that ministry, and I started having dreams of angels and God again. And so, stay away from that, guys. Don't mourn the dead. TB Joshua missed heaven. He's not with the Father. But I love you guys. There's a lot of, you know, God actually called me to that African region when I first got saved, and there was tons of them I heard. There was tons of good ministries I heard. TB Joshua is not one of them. The reason why God called me to that African ministry, because there's a lot of, they've dealt with witchcraft, and so they know the power and the real thing. And so there's a lot of good ministries that come out of Africa. Africa means the land of the sunny. There's a lot of good ministers that have come out of there. And God, that's just how he helped, you know, to grow me up and learn about the knowledge, about the fashions, you know, women and things that we see in our church that in American, they teach it like it's nothing, but you know, there's more information. I don't want to go into that right now because I don't think people are going to believe that until that Revelation 9 stuff hits. Maybe they'll have a reformation in that area. But anyways, I just thought I would share that dream with you guys and to have a laugh. And you know, I know it doesn't matter what the enemy's doing to you guys. It doesn't matter what he's doing. That the tables are going to be turned on that day, guys. Don't sin, you know, fight. Stand in the Lord, walk holy, walk blameless, you know, don't sin, don't do any evil. It doesn't matter what the enemy has done to you, you know, the gist I got in the dream is he's going to pay for everything. He's going to pay for everything he's done. But I love you guys. I'll let you go. Till next time, shalom.